Boom, 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 boom. Good morning. Welcome to the May 15th edition of Morning Mindset. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, because there might be a little issue this morning. I had some lighting going, blah, 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 and it was not good. So welcome, Morning Mindset. First time here, guess what? This is what we need out of you. Well, I'll tell you what we do. I want to set you up for success today. So I need 5 things. Where 5 things you are going to do today. I make a list of ours. Well, I gotta whittle this down to 5 things that are definitely getting done today. So we'll talk about that. The other thing, hey, when you check in, let us know that you're here. You know, we got to know who you are, where you're from, what the weather is like in your area, and what's in your cup. Hey, I think this is all amazing things that you should do. For us, it is mid 50s, a little chilly, but not horrible. And it's cloudy. And we're in the Midwest, in case you didn't know. And this morning, we've got a white monster. I have not dipped into the coffee yet. White monster is where we are with that. And our 5 things. Okay, so I got DTF to print. We had a lot of orders come in from Friday to there. So we're going to go through those. So, we'll get the, right now, I would say that we're at least 3 days out on production, 2 to 3 days on production. If you're not a VIP and you're not paying for the rush services. So just throwing that out there because there's quite a bit that came in and we'll sort that. But if you paid for next day service, guess what? You're printing today. If you paid for rush services, you're printing today. VIPs are most likely all printing out today, and then we'll get into regular production. So yeah, you'll want to make sure that you get in there. So we got print DTF stuff. I've got signs and banners to do for one little league. I've got signs and decals to do for another little league. We've got 2 teams due for jerseys today, but they just got the artwork on Friday, so those will be pressed up. And then I've got some softball mom shirts to put on the site. And why do I feel like I've already got it? We've got jerseys, print DTF, banners, signs, printed HTV. I got printed glitter HTV to do. And then there's a bunch of other stuff in there. So we got a busy day, but we're going to go through and mark it all out because baby, like I love it. I love it when we're busy like this. So hey, check in. Let's see how everybody is doing this morning. Darren, as always, good morning to you, my friend. Jenny, good morning to you from Elkhart, Indiana. We're at 57. We're right there. We're 57. Very nice. Water in the cup. 5 things. Order blanks. Thank you, Jenny. I do have to order more hollow graphic vinyl. I got to put that on my list because we used the last of it for that order. Came in. I thought we had more. We did not. So I need to make sure to order that. So see, this is the other thing. When you guys put your stuff there and I read it, then it makes the noggin work. And then I can figure out what I need to do. So order blanks, invoicing, build spiritware site for 4-H group. Love it. Artwork and email. Love that. This is a great day. Good morning to you, Kelly. Going to be another hot one there in Cali. Yeah, I see like the Northwest, like it's ridiculous up there. People are getting hit with like mid 90s. Like, woo, doggy. That sounds like it's going to get hot. And I know you're not that far north. You're in Northern California, but still, are you Northern? Central, not Southern. I don't know. You're in California. I do know that. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Currently 75 and clear in Central Florida. Man, it sounds gorgeous. Sounds gorgeous right there. Kelly's 5 things. She's got engraving. She's got t-shirts. She's got signs. She's got window perfing. She's got racing stuff. And she is going to have a fantabulous day. Way to go, Kelly. Barb, checking in there. Good morning from North Central Minnesota. It's 60 degrees, so it's warmer in Minnesota than it is here. Headed to mid-70s. I think we're mid-60s today is what we're at for it. Water in the cup. We'll talk all about my weekend adventure, and this has just not been a great thing. T-Town, good morning to you. And Barb's 5 things. Clean and check tension post-bed sewing machine. That sounds interesting. I know it to you, it's probably like, oh yeah, I just had to do this. I'm like, those machines just, yeah, because those are the ones that have the smaller area, right? So you can do more. Is that right? Quotes, work, order, schedule, embroidery layouts for pillowcases, embroider travel dog bags. Very nice. Jeff, good morning to you. Oh, Jeff, I don't know if did you already order your head, right? One of the guys that I work with, Reprint Equipment, Mike, he posted, I thought of you this weekend, and then I was like, I got to remember it because I don't know where I was when I saw it, but he posted a video this weekend about unclogging a DX7 head on a BN20. Has a whole video on it. It's reprint. You know what? You know what I might just do, Jeff? I just might go ahead and find that real quick, like because nobody's gonna care. It's just us here. I'm gonna see if I can find that real quick, and then I'll post the link to it just in case if anybody else wants to see it. Then they can see it too. But reprint equipment, is that right? Reprint equipment. Reprint equipment. There it is. Head clog BN20 head soak. There it is. Let's go ahead and get that so it wasn't all crazy. But I'm going to post that in there, and that'll be in the YouTube. You'll be able to see it. And let's see, Control V. There it is. You can go check that out. But buddy, you and I saw it, and yeah, hey, all I can do is not help, right? Or help. In Tennessee right now in a hotel. What you doing in Tennessee? I was going to make the comment, you're the only 10 I see, but, probably wouldn't come across right. Right? But drinking coffee on hold with 16, trying to rush Prince. Russian Prince. I think I've got stuff delivering today from them. 70 there in Tennessee. Man, sounds gorgeous. Mo, good morning to you. FU, Facebook user. Thanks for joining us in southern Minnesota, where it's sunny and 70 for today. Water in the jug. Just 5 things. Order vinyl. Fix a sump pump. How do you fix a sump pump? Do you just replace it? I don't know. It's been so long since I had one, but that's what I would just do is just throw a new one down there. Replace plug for sump. Keep printing. Just keep printing. That's my day, man. My day is just printing. When we went through it, it's going to be as soon as this is over, it's going to be printing the rest of the day. Watch it and save it for future. I have not yet. We just had electric issues for about 3 days. Woo! Tech was here and confirmed head was 100% shot. Oh yeah, he shot cleaning fluid and it came out every hole possible on the sides, so it was like delaminated. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, delaminated. Just send it out there. I just went through. I'm just having issues, and I always don't want to screw with things on the weekend just in case things go bad. So we started having issues with white over the weekend when I was just doing some stuff for us. And I think what it came from was from sitting for almost 3 weeks without printing. I think we had some buildup in the lines themselves. Think cholesterol, and this is on the DTF printer. So think cholesterol in your veins and arteries. Same thing with white ink. That stuff isn't flowing, isn't recirculating, then you have that chance for buildup on it. So I pulled out, I flushed the head, pulled dampers, put new dampers in, manifold, pulled that off, went and rinsed that out, lined from white ink through to where it fills the manifold. Went ahead and flushed all of that, put a new filter in it, and I think we were back up in 100%. So if not, I've got plenty of morning to figure it out, to call and get stuff done. And if I need to order some stuff up, I got to order some stuff up. But we'll just we'll keep rocking and rolling. So that's there. Something I saw over the weekend, and first, if you're a mother, happy belated Mother's Day. Hopefully, you had a great Mother's Day. For us here, I screwed up a breakfast order, and things went just downhill from there. It wasn't too bad. Kids and I went and I had let them pick out flowers for Corey. And then picked out some flowers for Grandma, and we stopped by my mom's house. It was just something that typically I haven't done in years. We just happened to be in the area, so I said, "Hey, you home? We're gonna stop down." So we did that. Screwed up breakfast order. Came home, watched Fast 9, or Furious 9, or whatever 9 it was, because with 10 coming out soon this week, it's one of Corey's things. She's always loved those, so hey, let's watch that. So it was about her, and I said, I made the kids, don't ask her for anything today. You come to me first. So it was a quiet house because they didn't want to ask me for anything. Then we went ahead and what did we do? Oh, I was going to take her to, I said, hey, we're going to go out to dinner tonight and take you to dinner, because I thought of doing breakfast brunch, but man, every place is just so jamming for it, and you got to make reservations weeks in advance. And with our littles, it's kind of tough to find what they're going to eat and not eat. So I knew there's a restaurant of hers that she really likes. I said, let's go ahead and go there. But I didn't tell her. So I said, well, where do you think we're going? And I played that game. I said every time we turned, and so then finally she figured out where we're going, and she was excited. And we get there and they're closed. That's right. They closed at 4:00 on a Sunday. COVID has really thrown some things for a loop because a lot of people haven't recovered back from that. On a Mother's Day and not being open for dinner, I thought that was kind of wonky. And then we started checking out some other places. And turns out Sunday night is not the time to go out for dinner. There was quite a few places closing at 4 and 5 o'clock. So we settled. We didn't settle. We went to a Mexican restaurant that we usually go to, which was we go in there. They tell us, yeah, we can get you in, but just to let you know, we're short on cooks today. So it's taken about 45 minutes to an hour for food to come out. So if you feel like waiting, great. If not, we just we understand. And so I thought it was really good of them to tell us that instead of you sitting there and being like, what is going on? They let you know up front. So then we went to kind of one of the nicer restaurants that her and I go to, and it's the first time taking kids, and it stresses me out because I don't think they're going to eat anything off it. It's a steak and lobster type of place, and they found some stuff to not eat off of it, which was great. But overall, she had a good time with it. So happy Mother's Day to Corey for hey, taking care of that, and happy Mother's Day to my mom for bringing me into this world. As I knew growing up, you told me plenty of times, I brought you in, I can take you out. So thanks for not taking me out, Mom. But one of the things that I saw this weekend was somebody not necessarily upset. I think they were just kind of making a blanket statement about how's the best way to put this? Maybe not being so much, being accepted in their role, right? Like when you look at things, am I a master marketer? No. Would somebody, could I fit into that role? No. There's people that do it a lot better and a lot more than me. But do I know a lot more than a lot? Yeah. So I feel we do a pretty good job of it. The same thing goes with on DTF. Am I a master at it? Absolutely not. But do I feel like I know a lot more than other people? Absolutely. Graphic design. Am I best at it? No. But do I know more than a lot? Yeah. And so when we look at our stuff, we compare it to our peers, and sometimes your peer group dictates what you feel about yourself. If you're in a group that is constantly bringing you down, that is never really uplifting you. Now, there's time for critique when, like, listen, I need you guys to be honest with me. What do you think of this? And you got to be ready for the brutalness, because if you put something out there and it's crap, and that your peer group says, "Oh my God, this is amazing," chances are they're lying to you. So are they ever really going to give you a truthful answer? Now, if they come back with, hey, I like this, but this is what I would do, this is what I change. Have you thought about this? If they bounce ideas back and forth, that's the peer group for you. That's the group you want, not the 100% complacent in it, not the one that says, yeah, that's great, but did you hear about Johnny down the street and what he's doing? Well, we're talking about this. Yeah, whatever. This is more important. It's a gossip. Probably not the best peer group for you, but we set ourselves up for failure because we set these high expectations. We're like, and some of them are unrealistic, and you have to realize that some things just are not obtainable in a set amount of time. You've got to work at it. You've got to work to do it. And when you look back in life, when you were a baby, you couldn't walk, right? And then you started crawling, and then you started fumbling around and stumble, and then you walk. Next thing you can run, right? And that's just like everything. You're going to suck at it in the beginning, and that's part of it. You're not going to be great overnight. You got to work at it, work at it, work at it, work at it. But know that if somebody is offering you a negative critique, that it's probably coming from a good spot, right? Or probably most times they're going to give you that, I've used this analogy a few times, that that shit sandwich. They're going to give you something good at the beginning. They're going to talk about how bad it was there, and then they're going to finish it off with something. Then it's a poop sandwich. They're putting it there. So you got to realize that you're not going to be perfect at things. Everything's not going to be roses. If somebody asks me opinion on something, and there's plenty of that, well, I have no problem saying, hey, this is what I think on it. And what I think doesn't matter, right? There's only one person that really matters when it comes to your design work and your work in general, and that's your customers. It's the only one that matters. It doesn't matter what I think the customer should do or the colors that they should use. I can give our recommendations that, but at the end of the day, they are going to get what they want. That way, they're happy, right? And if they're not happy with it, we can say, well, this is why we said we should go this way with it, but we wanted to make sure you got what you wanted. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your peers think of what you're doing. It doesn't matter what your family thinks of what you're doing. It doesn't matter any of that. All that really matters is your customers. Are they happy with what the products that you're giving? If they are, great. That's what matters most. Don't worry about what your other friends and peers and colleagues and the internet is saying. Don't worry about it, because it's false hope, man. The internet is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible place that can really bring people down, and it shouldn't be that way. That's why if I see it in our group, we really try to put a stop to it at the right at the beginning, because it's like everybody started somewhere. There is no perfect process. I don't care what anybody says. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, HTV, sublimation, DTF, DTG. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? There's always something. There's plenty of tools in that toolbox to make you successful, and we use all of them. We don't set on one thing. So we had a conversation. So he says I was DTF bashing because I said, we screen print on shirts. I'm like, because it's more cost effective. Like, when you look at time versus money, sometimes it's just more cost effective to do that, especially on like single color stuff. It's way more cost effective on that. So we're able to do that. You just got to look at how to do things. I'm a big proponent of subbing things out and getting other people to do the work for us. Whether that's super large orders, whether that's things we don't do, like having these patches. Just because we don't do them doesn't mean we can't offer them. We have a person that takes care of it for us. We have somebody that takes care of our embroidery for us. We have somebody that takes care of this, takes care of that, takes care of this. Especially on promo side of things, we don't need to do anything. We got the people in place to help us do that. So, getting over that hurdle of thinking you have to do everything allows you just to focus on the things that you're amazing at and keep pushing those out there. So, a little rant. Not meaning to rant this morning, but what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on taking stuff to peers, how they see what you're doing? Feel free, bring it in the comments. Let's see how everybody is rocking there. What else did we see there? Nephew's graduating today. Very nice. So we made a 7.5 hour trip. Woo wee! You're outside my drive time. My drive window is about 6 hours. Maybe a little longer, but I think more than that, I just get antsy and I just can't do it. FU, Facebook user, good gloomy to say I'm supposed to be warm and hit 60. Domino's websites designing housework and a little dashing. What's little dashing? Like, I thought it was supposed to be dancing, but a little dashing. Tell me more about the little dashing. Rye, good morning to you. That happened this once. I surprised my other half with going to a concert and had a supper plan along. We got there and it was closed. I didn't have a plan B, but we figured it out. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, yeah, we'll go down there, because I'm thinking it's Mother's Day. Every place is going to be open. And when I rolled by the one way, I looked down and I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem like there's a lot in the parking lot. So I said, let's go around the corner and see, because it's kind of a historical area. There's like 4 or 5 things all in this building, and that. I come around and there's lights on, but I see the chairs upside down on the tables. I'm like, they're closed. I'm like, okay, what else are we gonna find? So then we went to number 2, and they closed in like 20 minutes or something. And I'm like, I refuse to go to a restaurant in the last hour that they're open. I don't want to do that. I remember working, in that field and having somebody come in that last hour. You got to try and clean. You're trying to do whatever. You're trying to just get out of there, and to have people come in, it was just no. So we found another place, and then hey, thanks for telling us the food was going to be longer. And then so finally we settled on choice number 4. At the end of the day, she was happy, and that was all that mattered right there. Brian's letting us know it's a 60 rainy embroidery soccer field signs. Are we talking banners or yard signs? Because you do, or the goal signs. Which ones did you do? I think they're the ones you do every year, right? And I seen you sent me a message. What did you send me a message on? What is that for? All right. I will check that out and see what that is, because that looks like something I should read. All right. Yep, was going to have the wife drive, but made it all by myself. This rental SUV cruise control was my best friend. That stuff that does now is great. So we had the last thing we took, we had something that had the adaptive cruise control. Man, did it weird me out when it just decided to brake. I'm like, what is you doing? And it was because the car knows more than I do, so it's not going to let me tailgate somebody that's in the left-hand lane. It's going to say, hey, it's going to slow you down. Instead of flashing the brights at the people and telling them to get over, it's going to slow me down. But it took a little adjustment to get used to that, but it was there. Dashing. Darren, this is why I have you here, because I didn't even think of that. My mind went from dashing to dancing, back to dashing and dashing through the snow, which led me to Christmas. And if you didn't know, Christmas is only 7 months away. Just saying, 7 months away, which doesn't seem like that long if you are in a personalized industry. It's something to keep in mind, since it was brought up, we're in May. If there are things that you want to offer for the holiday season, and something that is going to be a hot seller or something that is going to take, make sure you're getting those orders in now. If it's something that you're ordering direct from China, remember, it could be, 90, 120 days before you get some. So that's 4 months. So think about that. Getting it out there, get that stuff ordered so that way you have it in stock, ready to go. Anything you need for Christmas. We're looking at this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year that I'm going to build a mega tree. I'm going to build a mega tree, but I need to have that stuff ordered, place my order, because I think they do the pre-orders in July for it. So that way I have the time to build it. So yeah, just let you know, get out there, get your stuff in if you need it. And FU, Facebook user, invoicing, embroidery, emails, ordering, final party details for tonight. I like a party. Celebrating 3 birthdays and need to order Pizza Hut and pick up cakes. 3 birthdays. That's a hefty party right there. That's a hefty party for 3 birthdays and Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, I think it's because in our area we have some pretty. Oh, that's what we had. We had that too. We tried a different place, but we've got a regional pizza here that is unique to our area, where it uses it's a barley crust. It's cut into strips, and so Pizza Hut for us, we'll get it. I'm like, just give me the wings. They're about one of the only pizza places that have decent wings, so we'll get there for it. Yeah, that slow down thing is what I'm talking about. It was so cool to set at 80, but if somebody in front of me was 70, it went to 70, and then when they moved, it went back to 80. Yeah, it was great, because it just, but they just got over it. If they would just get over and out of my way, then we wouldn't have this issue, right? We would not have this issue at all, and that's what I'm saying. Just get over it. But we've got a lot going on today. This week, tomorrow, we're going to do some goal setting. Oh, I got to test some belts. Test belts. I just thought about that. Test belts. That's on. We've got some safety belts that somebody asked us about if DTF would work on it. I'm like, I honestly don't know. We'd have to test it and see. And so they sent us some of those. So those came in. We're going to test those and see how it did. Tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd, I am almost 100% sure we will have a show. I think we're going to talk goal setting on it. Because I think our other thing is moved to next Tuesday, and the one that I thought was tomorrow is actually going to be Wednesday. So we've got some stuff that we're going to rock and roll with that. So out of there, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure that when you get in here, you let us know where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather's like, and we need your 5 things that you're going to do today. We'll be back here Wednesday for sure with it. There will be a bundle drop this Thursday. It'll be a Juneteenth bundle drop. I believe there's going to be 2 or 3 bundles that we're going to drop for Juneteenth for that. I got some requests for it over the weekend, and so I said, yes, we will get those, and that's what it's going to be, is a Juneteenth bundle drop this Thursday. And we will give one away for free, and that's DTF transfers. So, boom, that's this Thursday. So our plan for the week, as we're setting it up, we've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's going to be Morning Mindset, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. On Tuesday with Todd, it's going to be tomorrow night. We're going to talk a little goal setting. And then Thursday afternoon, we'll do a bundle drop. So we have got the week set up, rocking and rolling. And in between that time, who knows what other kind of fun things we are going to get ourselves into, because I have a feeling it is going to be another amazingly hectic, lovable, fun, energetic. What other words can I use? It's going to be a great week. So hopefully you have a great week. Set your goals for today. Check them off as you go. Get things accomplished. We're here for you. We love you. We know that you are going to accomplish amazing things today. So peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.